Reinstated Johannesburg Mayor Mpho Phalatse has expressed hope of a longer term in office the second time round. She says robust negotiations are already underway with coalition partners. It's as opposition parties insist that her victory will be short-lived. The court ruling declared that Council Speaker Colleen Makhubele's decision to place a motion of no confidence against Phalatse was unlawful, unconstitutional and invalid.
There was an injustice, there was unlawfulness in the ousting of an executive mayor and in the election of an executive mayor. Surely that's enough of an infringement to act and to approach the courts for recourse, which we have done, and I'm glad that we've been victorious. I think today there's no confusion as to who is the executive mayor of the city of Johannesburg. We've had confusion in the last few weeks because I've always maintained that what happened was illegal, and I did not recognize Dada Mrero as the executive mayor, and there was a lot of contention around that, but the courts have since proven that we were in fact correct. Now, you need to know at any given point what the status quo is. If you ask me what's going to happen going forward, as I said, this is politics. Can we improve the instability? Of course we can through legal reform. If you look at countries like Denmark, you're not allowed to oust a mayor in a motion of no confidence. The law does not allow it. In South Africa, however, we are allowed to do it.
Well, let's get you more reaction then to Mpho Phalatse's court victory today. We're joined by a chairperson of the EFF in the Johannesburg region, Sepetlele Raseruthe. Sepetlele, good evening to you. Thanks for your time. So we know that, the now returned to office DA mayor, Mpho Phalatse, has been rather keen on a potential agreement of sorts with the EFF. Tell us about what the talks have been about between the two of you.
So far, we are not in talks with the DA. In fact, there is nothing happening. But as the economic freedom fighters, we are always willing to hear as to who's coming with what, and we'll take it from there.
So what do you make of the fact that already the federal chair of the DA, Helen Zille, has come out to say that the EFF is not an option in as far as coalition partners are concerned in potentially retaining the mayoral seat in the city of Johannesburg? The proposal that Mpho Phalatse says she wanted to put before her federal council, where would that have come from if she had not even spoken to you as the EFF in the region at all?
Mama Zille should be aware of the fact that we are not even desperate to become an option to the DA. In fact, we are not in the city for the DA to play around with us. We are here to represent our people who have voted for us to be in council. And the only thing which worries us as the economic freedom fighters is the fact that when this shift is happening, our people are suffering on the ground. That's what worries us. That is why, as the economic freedom fighters, we don't want the municipality to be harmed. We want the municipality to operate. That is why we can even go as far as donating our votes without expecting anything in return. That's how we love our people. We love our people, and we are ready to sacrifice for them to be happy. But we are not desperate to be an option to DA.
You've helped install her as the mayor in Johannesburg after last year's local government elections. What's stopping you this time around?
Yeah, you'll realize that there must be a difference from last year to this year. It's almost, it's a year. It's a year. Things can change. Many things can change in a year.
Yeah, talk to me about what the specifics of what has changed is,
The first one is the arrogance of the very same DA. They are very arrogant. Even when we voted for them for free, without them coming to us asking for our vote, we just voted for them so that the city can run for our people to receive service delivery. They just went on air and insulted us out of nowhere for nothing. You understand? Now, to show that we are not desperate to become an option to them, we will always have a choice in the city of Johannesburg if especially they can't deliver basic things to our communities, we'll always have an opportunity to change our vote and vote for someone else.
Sepetlele, you can imagine the position that many Johannesburg residents find themselves in tonight, right? It's really a question of uncertainty over who the mayor of the city is going to be, let's say, in the next 2 weeks, once we've gone through the roller coaster of having Mpho Phalatse reinstalled and potentially having her face another motion of no confidence. Surely this is a good time for opposition parties like yourself to be transparent about where your thinking is so that it can instill a sense of security, stability in the minds of residents.
Yes, but the outcome just came out today, and we still have to sit as the economic freedom fighters and have a proper position as to how are we going to move from now and forth. We still have to sit and deliberate like we did before. We are going to do the same. That's how we operate in the EFF. We believe in collectiveness. We sit down, we talk, and then...
So what are you saying? Are you saying that you haven't closed the door to the possibility that you may still vote in favor of Mayor Mpho Phalatse, even though her federal chair has described the EFF as a racist nationalist party?
We are not closing doors, because someone might be out of order today. Tomorrow, that particular someone comes back, and it's a different person. We always listen to reasons. We don't judge someone because he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yesterday. We wait, we listen to what you are saying to us, and we take a decision from that.
So as it stands, you're waiting then to see if the DA will be reaching out to you?
We are waiting for everyone. We can't just single out the DA. We are voting for anyone in the city of Johannesburg to come and approach us.
Of course, that means that, there is a likelihood that you could well vote with the ANC, because already the ANC has come forward to say it will be working with you in other parts of the province, in other metros in the province, to unseat the DA governments there.
Let's just wait for that day to come, then you will see.
But
who are we going to vote with?
Sepetlele, we can't wait, because it's that level of uncertainty that creates, the further perception of instability beyond just the city of Johannesburg, but in the city of Tshwane and Ekurhuleni as well.
That I understand very well, but like I said before, we must have a caucus and we take a position. So the residents will have no choice but to wait for us. They know we love us, we love them so much. We even sacrifice our votes for them to receive service delivery. We know them. They are going to wait for us. They know they can trust us.
What is motivating or driving the way in which an organization like the EFF actually votes and chooses potential partners to vote for? Because there doesn't seem to be any common ground between those that enter whether into official coalitions or even in your case where you, as you've described it, give your vote for free. Of course, what that implies is that the person you've given your vote to for free now owes you, and it really is about the moment when you will step forward to claim back the favor that you are owed.
But we are not expecting anything. We have voted for the DA. Ask them what we have asked from them. Nothing. We are not expecting anything. We want them to deliver service delivery, nothing else. They must just give service delivery to our people. That's what we are expecting from them. Nothing else. Ask them. They will tell you nothing. Nothing. We don't go around asking favors from people. We want our people to receive service delivery. That's what we want as economic freedom fighters.
All right. Let's leave it there for tonight. The EFF Johannesburg Regional Chairperson, Sepetlele Raseruthe, there. You heard they're still open to talks from whichever corner they may come from. So the question really about the mayoral seat in Johannesburg